Imagine a gentleman of 88 years of age. Just a short while ago, he could barely push himself up from his favorite armchair, and his legs trembled under the slightest strain. But a mere 10 weeks passed, and this same man is now briskly walking along the local park paths every morning, overtaking people 20 years his junior. The entire secret lies not in miraculous pills, but in a transformation of his plate. The most surprising part is that he completely gave up eggs, which for many years were considered the gold standard for maintaining bodily strength. Instead, he discovered 5 types of protein foods that act like next-generation biological fuel. His medical indicators stunned the doctors. The recovery rate of his tissues became the same as that of a healthy man in his 60s. Many people mistakenly believe that frailty and loss of strength are mandatory conditions of old age that one must simply accept. However, science says otherwise. Your body does not stop wanting to be strong, it simply starts perceiving ordinary food differently. Imagine trying to refuel a racing car with cheap fuel through a clogged filter. The car will not move, no matter how hard you press the gas. After 30, our muscles begin to slowly melt away. By 70, this process turns into a real landslide, and a person can lose almost half of their former power. This affects everything: how you shop for groceries, how you climb stairs, and how long you can remain independent of outside help. But there are foods capable of breaking through this age wall. They do not just provide building material, they extinguish internal fires of inflammation that, like an invisible blaze, devour your tissues from the inside. They return sensitivity to nutrition to the cells. Here are those 5 main helpers that return that grandfather to an active life. 5th place. Lentils, the hidden superpower for longevity. There is a stereotype in society that without a huge piece of meat or fish, it is impossible to maintain the strength of arms and legs. But this humble and inexpensive grain can completely overturn your understanding of nutrition. 1 serving of boiled lentils contains as much building material as a good steak, yet it costs pennies and is available to everyone. The main secret of lentils lies in their special plant fibers, which scientists call fiber. These fibers are a favorite treat for the beneficial bacteria living in your gut. When these bacteria are full, they begin to secrete a unique substance called butyrate. It works like a natural fire extinguisher that puts out microscopic inflammation in your muscles. If your gut works like a clock, then muscles start to grow 30% faster, even if you are just walking. Lentils are very high in natural iron and B vitamins, which help your blood carry life-giving oxygen to every cell. This means your legs will not hum with fatigue after a trip to the store. And the potassium content in them is higher than in the praised bananas, which is the best protection against agonizing night cramps. 4th place. Hemp seeds, the native language of your cells. Do not be frightened by this name. We are talking about food seeds that have nothing to do with bad habits. This is a pure superfood created by nature specifically to restore strength. Just 3 tablespoons of these small seeds give you a portion of protein that your body recognizes instantly, like an old dear friend. The protein in them is almost completely identical in structure to the proteins of our own blood, so it is absorbed very easily and quickly, without causing heaviness in the stomach or bloating, which often happens after meat. Hemp seeds maintain an ideal natural balance of omega fatty acids. This balance works to restore damaged fibers that ache after any physical activity. They help your vessels expand, allowing blood to flow as freely and easily as it did in youth. For people over 70, this is critically important, as blood supply to the limbs often worsens with age. Additionally, hemp seeds are a rich source of magnesium. This mineral is the main enemy of weakness, decline in strength, and poor memory. Simply add a spoonful of seeds to your porridge, and you will feel the difference in just a week. 3rd place. Wild salmon, the healing lubricant for a worn-out body. If ordinary products just provide bricks for the construction of your body, then wild red fish is also a high-class engineer that fixes errors in the design. The main value of salmon lies in unique fats that act on your joints and muscles like fresh oil on squeaky door hinges. The aging process is largely similar to the appearance of rust on metal parts. Red fish contain substances that literally scrub this rust off your cells. Scientific research has confirmed a striking fact. If an elderly person eats such fish at least 3 times a week, their muscular corset becomes 6% stronger, even if they do not exercise at all. The beautiful pink color of this fish is due to the presence of a powerful protector called astaxanthin. This substance protects your cells from destruction by free radicals. And, of course, salmon is a natural pantry of vitamin D. Without this solar vitamin, your bones will become as brittle as glass, and your muscles will turn into helpless cotton wool. Salmon helps your body feel elasticity and strength in every movement again. Second place. Fast whey protein instant revitalization. When your body has entered the stage of maturity, it requires special help. Ordinary solid food, such as meat or eggs, takes a very long time to digest. This process can take 3 or even 4 hours. For an aging organism, this is too long a wait. While the food is digesting, your muscles begin to experience hunger and actually eat themselves to obtain energy. This is where whey protein comes to the rescue. It is absorbed and enters your blood in just 60 minutes. It is like an ambulance for your muscles. This protein contains a high amount of the most important component for tissue growth, leucine. To get the same amount of this substance from regular chicken eggs, you would have to eat 5 or 6 at once, which would create a huge load on the liver and stomach. Here, 1 glass of a tasty drink is enough. This gives the body an instant signal for recovery and growth, forcing the organism to wake up and start working at full power right here and now. First place. Cottage cheese, the invisible guardian during your rest. The most dangerous time for your muscles is the night. While you sleep peacefully, your body receives no nutrition from the outside and begins to use its own reserves, destroying muscle tissue to maintain the work of the heart and brain. In older people, this process goes frighteningly fast. That is why every morning you may feel weakness and exhaustion. Cottage cheese is the ideal solution to this problem. It consists of a special type of protein called casein. Upon entering the stomach, cottage cheese turns into a soft lump that very slowly, literally drop by drop, gives its benefits to your body for 8 full hours. Cottage cheese eaten shortly before bed is your personal guarantee that your muscles will recover and strengthen while you rest. It contains a huge amount of selenium, a mineral that is catastrophically lacking in almost everyone after 70. It is also rich in calcium, which is necessary not only for bones but for every contraction of your heart and movement of your fingers. Cottage cheese is very soft, pleasant to eat even for those with dental problems, and it helps make your sleep deeper and calmer. Summary: your future depends on your choice. Never let yourself think that time is irrevocably gone and you are too old for change. The human body is an amazing system capable of recovery at any age if given the right tools. Remember the brutal figure. After 70, without proper attention to nutrition, a person loses 1% of their strength every month. That is a lot. Over a few years, such a loss can turn a vigorous pensioner into a helpless bedridden patient. Your cells do not care what date is in your passport. They only respond to the signals you send them through your lifestyle and diet. Start with the simplest steps that do not require huge money or superhuman effort. Add a portion of soft cottage cheese to your evening ration. Replace an ordinary side dish with fragrant lentils at least a couple of times a week. Try to choose quality fish and add hemp seeds to your breakfast. Each such meal is an investment in your own health, in your ability to walk independently in the park, play with grandchildren, and enjoy every new day. Your vigor, your strength, and your independent life at 80 or 90 begin right now, with the choice you make in your kitchen. Let your plate become your best medicine and the guarantee of a long and happy life.